Yeah, it's a great award to get, from the Irish Daily Star, and it's I suppose it's one that comes from a huge amount of effort from myself and from the rest of the players in the Donegal panel and the management team and backroom team. So it's really something that's special for myself and everyone involved. This year seemed to buck the trend. I hadn't scored even last year or previous years. I hadn't scored too many, but Jim and Jim McGlynn and Rory Gallagher always encouraged the defenders to get forward as much as possible, and it seemed to work out well every day this year for myself. It's a nice place to be, so it is. You always know not only the other 5 defenders with you and the goalkeeper beside you, but there's always the half forwards and even sometimes midfielders and full forwards coming back to help you out. So it's a place where you have comfort in that if you go to tackle someone else, that you've always plenty of backup behind you. Yeah, that's it. It's probably been built up for probably since 2 years ago, since Jim took over, and really did put in an element of trust in the defenders and the forwards, and I suppose the forwards work with the defenders, and the defenders get forward as well to help out the forwards. But from a team point of view, I would have to think it was probably Tyrone in the Ulster semi-final. They really pushed us to the pin of our colour at the end, and only for a great save from Paul Durkin and goals. It could have been lights out at that stage in the Ulster Championship. So, but overall, I think personally, the final game, I think it wasn't really the man I was marking, but the presence and the event of it all. It was hard to deal with. It was difficult, but luckily enough we got the 2-goal head start, and things seemed to push on from then. It was probably our most difficult spell for the whole year. That 10-12 minutes before half time, and for the first time ever, we really were waiting for the half-time whistle to go and get into the dressing rooms and get our instructions again for the second half. So to be fair to Mayo, most teams might have lay down and maybe let us have it after a 2-goal head start, and but to be fair to them, they really pushed hard for the first half, and at half-time the game was anyone's at that stage. It was more relief than anything. So it was, for. Finals are there to be won, and it's not about playing well, so it was just sheer relief that we actually won it, and we actually got there after 20 years of waiting in Donegal. It's hard to put your finger on it, but I think the players see the management team putting in a colossal effort, so they do, and the things that goes on behind the scenes that other people mightn't see, the players see that at first hand, and I think the players take belief off them, and when they know that the cause is worth it, that the players definitely know it's worth it, and they seem to push on from that, so they do. I think 7 days later we're out again, and some people 6 days later on the Saturday evening playing for their club. So football, it has a good way of taking you back down to earth again, and it was always nice to get back to your club football and your bread and butter and represent your club with pride as you always do, and it was something nice it was. And even now, the championship has been squashed into a few weeks, but I still think it's a very competitive and a healthy championship that we've had in Donegal. It was that for a lot of people it was emotional, to see so many people turn out and support you, and see the people that have brought you on since you were 6 and 7 years of age. It's been a very special memory for everyone. Tyrone has probably been one of our toughest tests, so it'll be no different, come June and Balbafay hopefully, and it's one that we look forward to, but it's one that we'll know that there's going to have to be a serious amount of work done before we meet them. That meant a huge amount, in games in Croke Park against Kerry in the quarter-final and Cork in the semi-final, you really did feel the drive of help behind you and the drive of support, and it did push you on, and even in the final you could see there was a bit of tension in the air, so there was, but after the start the supporters settled down, and you always feel the supporters, and even touring the county and seeing so many turn out for the welcome in Donegal town, it was massive for us all, so it was.